No, it's not. It's just going to stop the camera instead. Oh well. A very short cut there. Oh, so how we all doing, people? Back on the old Bosley. Oh, another stonkingly hot day as well. So what have we got to talk about? What can't I talk about, really? It's pretty much the long and short of it. So today, I went from, where did I start? Just shy of Milton Keynes southwards, on a little stretch by, there's a lay-by. Those of you who know the lay-by know the lay-by. It's well known in the area by the sounds of it. I won't go into further details, but from what I've been told, it's not a good place to moor up. Anyway, that's where I moored last week. So I didn't have any problems, but what can you say? General consensus that I've come across on the canal is if you come across problems, it's generally because you've caused it yourself. Only one minor thing I did have, going through the whole of Milton Keynes, and I'd done it over, say, 2 or 3 days, something like that. I stopped in a few pubs, wind and rain and all that was a bit extreme, so I stopped off for a little bit. I was in, I think, some kind of rush, but no real rush. But if you see the last video I put up, I think it's the last one, where I was cruising. I think I'd done about an hour's worth of video of that, and that was just really windy. Just reviewing that and watching the trees made me realise just how bad it was that day. But it was alright, I got through it okay, wasn't a problem. Today though, God blimey, had a little bit of fun. Got to, I think it's Stoke first lock, and all good, all well and fine. Pulled up, and as I pulled up, I thought, cool, this is going a little bit, oh excuse me, I stuck it in reverse and I thought, well, this is going a bit fast, what's going on here? Didn't really particularly clock it, but I just thought it was because maybe there was a bit of wash and this and that, you know, water currents, etc. So I sort of got into the lock, and then as I was coming into the lock, I tried to go into reverse and throttle up a little bit just to pull myself, the speed off myself, and all it done was add more speed. So I presume you can see this on the camera, but with the deck plate open as I've got it here, because it was hot today, I thought I'd run with the deck plate open. I'm pretty confident now, I'm happy, I feel confident on the stern, so I don't feel like I'm going to fall into the engine bay. So I'm running it like that, and what I didn't realise is, let's see if I can show this. One second. Uno secondo. Rare moment I haven't got my hat on. So if you see this, you've got a cut out on the deck plate. I'm sure you can see that, it's fairly fucking evident. Oh, God, stop swearing. But we all get the point, let's put it like that. So that cut out actually stops the gear arm in a certain position that allows it to achieve reverse. I didn't realise this, so where I've got the deck plate off, I've put it back into reverse, and it's gone past reverse and back into forward. Oh my word. Experience, I mean, I'm sure someone with a Lister engine and gearbox experience would have probably known that you go past reverse into forward and it's like an eternal circle, let's say. I'm presuming that's how the gearbox works. If you just keep turning it, it'll just keep going through the different cycles. So yeah, popped it into forward, gave it some throttle, bang, straight into the sill. Oh, there's nothing I could do about it. I was already going so fast, I didn't have time to react. Ended up having to get the pole off the roof and push myself backwards so I could get to the ladder, tie the boat off, get out, fill the lock up, because I was going up through the locks. But God blimey, that was a little eye-opener, let's say. Not quite what I expected for today. I thought it was going to be quite a nice chilled route. I only had, say, an hour, 2 hours if that to do. Tomorrow I've probably got about another 3, maybe 4 hours. I've got to go for the triple locks and then go more up roughly after there somewhere. Amusing though. I think I took off a bit of blacking from the front, so hopefully it's just a bit of blacking. Let's try and show you. Hello, it's me. Hello, I've got my hat back on now. So come around here to the front of the boat. But to be honest, it looks alright. Not seeing any rust or anything like that. I'm going to put the camera in the waterproof case a little bit later and just dunk it under the water, just have a little look, see if I hit anything lower, but I don't think so. I think I hit just above the waterline on the right of the keel. You see there's a sort of on the right hand side there's a sort of inch, well not inch, a 2 or 3 inch patch. I think that is roughly where the connection was. So not ideal. Also looking at this here, I'm wondering if that's some of that rust protector or something, because that all seems to be draining down onto the paintwork. So I need to sand that back and repaint that, but I don't know why it's doing that. I need to really have a chat with someone who knows about the painting side of these things. So yeah, there's old Bosley. Sorry, I'll pop the camera back on the magnet in a sec. So yeah, that's today's shenanigans. Popped into the Dolphin pub. Nice pub, very quiet. But on the map it says it does food. It doesn't do food. Hasn't done food for about 10 years or something, according to the guy in there. So if you're coming down the Grand Union from Milton Keynes and you think, oh, I'll stop in the Dolphin and get some food, no you won't. I'll get the old magnet on here. God, it's so bright. Sorry, I'm just moving the camera around all over the place here. It's my usual style of filming. Absolutely bloody atrocious. It's an official style now. So yeah, that was obviously a very interesting day. Oh, wasn't what I was expecting, but we got there in the end. And we solved the problem, so that's the main thing. Finding the problem cause. Because at first I thought it was a gearbox oil problem. And obviously, before every journey, you check your oil levels. And that is what I did. And the oil looks fine, to be honest, so such is life, I guess. These things are sent to try us and give us experience and learning. So yeah, ended up in the Triple Inn pub, I believe it's called. Nice little place, do good food. I had a crayfish and crab sandwich with Rosie Mary sauce or whatever it's called, Thousand Island, whatever you want to call it. Some kind of strange vegetable in it, which tasted very oniony, but it wasn't onion. Don't know what that is. It was nice. I enjoyed that. I'd recommend the pub. One thing I would say is be wary of the queues there. because no one seems to give a crap if you're in front of them. Just boom, I've got there before you, so I'm getting my stuff first. It's a lovely attitude, isn't it? Bloody lovely. Other than that, it's been a right day. A little bit windy now. I hope the camera's not blowing around. I think I'll move it just in case. See old Bosley. Trying to think what I've done recently. Okay, is it going to stay there? Oh, dodgy angle. What have we done today? Other than crashing the boat. Let me reach it off before I get demonetized for a second time. We've got a new duvet. £20 job. Oh yes, £20. Comes in two halves. I think it's 4.5 tog and 10.5 tog, something like that. So you can do like 15 tog or so, massive fucking tog for the winter. Hopefully it should be fine. Looks a little bit plasticky somehow, whatever you make it out of, but yeah, it should hopefully be fine. I actually finally got a new mattress, new duvet, all sheets on it. God, it's almost like I know what I'm doing. It's crazy. Hopefully the wind's not blowing that around, because it is. The wind is getting up again. Just won't go away at the moment. Have we done anything else? Found a bilge pump, which will be handy. I need to try and link that in, but I don't know how the float switches work. I really need something which is like almost like a water electrical switch, so that if the water comes in, then it creates a circuit, but then that's going to use the hole possibly as part of the circuit. I don't really know how it works. I'm not a big electrical man, but I kind of need to get my head around that. It might need a float switch, but I'm not sure. It's going to be such a minimal amount that it's going to be difficult to sort of set up, I think. I'll have to see how small the float switches actually come. Had a delivery from Jules, the working boat that does coal and petrol, diesel and everything. Jules popped by, dropped off some coal for me during the week, I believe, and left me a receipt, so I just transferred the money over to Jules. So if you ever need any fuel or anything like that, Jules is up and down. Jules is a working boat, and they come up and down Grand Union, I believe it's the Grand Union. They might have other boats, but just if you need a number, contact me. I'll give you the number and you can get your fuels. If not, you might already have a number, so whatever. It's handy to have, especially imagine in the winter when you just in the middle of nowhere. If Jules pops by, just drop off a load of coal. She gave me 50 kilos of coal. So we'll see how long that lasts me when it actually gets to fire time. So far I've not actually used a log burner, so it's been so beautiful this summer, really. Been really warm. I'm not even sitting outside on that because it's just that hot, and a bit windy as well. So I'll get a nice breeze inside the boat. And a bit of shade. And that, can't really think of much else that's been going on, to be honest. Still glad needs redoing again. about a month or something, somewhere around there. I'll have to see if I can get a larger one or something. Be useful. I've got a barrel on order as well. I've still got some of the I was using Suzuki EP2 Aquamarine grease, because that's all I can get my hands on at the short notice that I needed it. And I'll stick it back onto the Fuchs very soon. Bit worried about stern gland still, really. I'm not sure if it's leaking or seems to be letting a little bit. I did give it a little tighten up, so it might need repacking, I think. So that's another thing to look into. But other than that, I think things are going well at the moment, to be honest. I think. Difficult to say. You live day by day on the old cut. That's kind of how I've always lived, really, so. Let's see what tomorrow brings. I'll stop this because the wind's getting up again. But thanks for watching. I hope it's not been really windy again. Cheers everyone. More coming soon.